Hey guys, this is Amy and this will be your monthly reading. So this month I've decided to basically do readings on the blockages that are preventing you from moving forward in your spiritual journey. So I hope this will be helpful for you for the month of September. So let's jump right in. So I'll pull out an oracle card. It's the archetype, the unknown of the archetypes. And then we'll clarify with some tarot. While I was pre-shuffling, I had Ed Sheeran. I think the song is Castle on the Hill. I'll post it in the box down below. But I have the impression that you're reminiscing this month, and this could be leading to blocking you to move forward. So the card that we have, it's the Shadow. I have the impression that, and you're probably not even aware of that, but there's definitely this juxtaposition of things that you are healing right now. And this is not something that you're necessarily aware of. But I have this impression that the shadow that you are dealing with is kind of like the blockage for you this month. So you still need to work on like the shadow part of your soul, the shadow part of yourself. And your shadow could be really anything. It could be past life traumas. It can be wounds of this life. It can be like karmas that you brought back in this life. It can be lessons too that you need to learn. So I have this impression number 28 could be also important, but I feel that there's this juxtaposition of the light and the darkness, that you are kind of in the action of transiting. So you're trying to like bring the light towards the shadow, and this requires a lot of energy. And I feel that this is what is preventing you to have the light win in your soul right now. So I have the impression that you're going through a lot of cleaning. It has been darker. Like you can see the darker square here, or I don't know, it's not really a square, but whatever. I think it's even better like if you see it this way. So I have the impression that it has been darker, but you're really going to work on that this month. So your blockage is really your shadow. We're going to do a Celtic cross just to know what exactly the blockages are for you. But keep in mind that there's a lot that is going on behind the scene that you're possibly not even aware of. So Gemini this month. And I mostly think that, especially with the song that I had in mind, it's really about the past. And I would say mostly your childhood. So there's things that are coming at the surface right now. These are things that are blocking you right now. It's really the things from your childhood. Okay. We have the Knight of Wands. I like that energy. Very fiery, very into the action, but still looking at the past, because it looks at the left side. What is blocking you? The King of Swords in the reversed. So definitely a lack of clarity, a lack of truthfulness, a lack of, I would say even a lack of, I heard a lack of integrity. What's the conscious? What is conscious to Gemini right now? Four of Pentacles. Lots of stability. Well, we're going to review each card, guys, but I'm still giving you a heads up of messages that are popping up. What is unconscious? Three of Swords and Five of Swords in the reverse. Interesting. So you're definitely dealing with traumas, with hurtful things from the past. I like that confirmation. One card for the past. I think it's a betrayal that was extremely painful as a child, or even as an adult. But I definitely feel that it's more as like childhood trauma. Let me know in the comments if this is different for you guys. Whoa. For the past, no, that's too much, guys. I just want one. I like 3 cards. One card for the past. Thank you. We have the 6 of Cups, reminiscing, being stuck in the past, being nostalgic. In the present. I just heard, like, while watching, while looking at the shadow card, I just heard you're mirroring. Well, are you mirroring some past lives, trauma? Are you mirroring others so you can reflect on your own future? Five of Pentacles. Let me just clean up a little bit my table. All right. Who you are at the present moment. Who you are at the present moment. Ten of Swords in the reversed. External factors. So you're coming out. It's funny, I was about to say you're coming out of, but no, in fact you're not. In fact, you're like still being stabbed in the back, and that pressure is quite intense. So when I'm seeing the Ten of Swords in the reverse, for me it's like your body is pressing against these wounds, these betrayals, these regrets. Your external factor is the Seven of Pentacles. Hopes and fear. Three of Cups. And the outcome. Your hopes are like to be capable of celebrating. Like I just heard, celebrating a milestone. Celebrating a harvest. A growth. And we have the King of Pentacles in your outcome. Love that. All right. You're embracing this fire this month, Gemini. That is quite interesting. But for me, you're still charging it like in regards of things from the past. You're still passionate about things from the past. And I wished you would look on the other side, but you're like kind of going backwards a little bit right now. And it's not necessarily a bad energy. We have the King of Swords that is blocking you right now. This could be someone, so someone who could be an air sign that is blocking you from progressing, from embarking on your spiritual journey, or from continuing. But for me, this is more a lack of clarity. And like I said at the beginning, a lack of integrity about who you are, where you want to go. What are your attachments, right? So I feel that unfortunately this is something that you're kind of unable to express out of yourself. I wish you could, like, I feel that like there's this sense of not being authentic as well that is your blockages right now. You feel the need of shining, but for the wrong reason. You feel the need of showing off, but not your true self. This is a disguise. This is a mask that you are wearing right now. And it can be quite difficult. It can be quite difficult to wear it. I feel that in the past you were possibly betrayed, and it could be in the past, like of this lifetime, but it can also be in a past life as well. And there's like, for me, there's this defeat. And it would be difficult for me to tell you exactly what is the wound that I just saw 1111 on the clock. It would be difficult for me to tell you exactly what is this wound, but I feel that this is more like being defeated and people walking out on you. So there's a sense of betrayal from others. And this is something that like you're kind of not aware of, that this wound goes even deeper into you. And you're kind of possibly like just touching the surface with this King of Sword in the reverse. So you're kind of like keeping things superficials with your with your Knight, blah, 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 with your Knight of Wands as well, because you are scared of being betrayed. You're kind of like having this impression that if I show my true self, they're gonna walk out on me and it's gonna hurt. So I have the impression that you prefer to show off as someone that is very serious, that is very stable, that has his things together, which is not a bad thing. So I have the impression that you're more like faking it until you make it. And you are aware of that. You are aware of like this shadow, this mask that you are wearing. Because it is what is basically useful for you right now, and it's okay. It's okay. You don't need to show your vulnerability to people that you have the impression that could betray you. But I feel that you're really more showing off even as guarded right now, and this could like lead to really feeling, like I said, not authentic to the person that you are. So I'm mostly feeling like a sense of like not being completely authentic, which could block you, because the highest vibration, as we thought for a long time, was love, but we discovered that the highest vibration is actually the authenticity. So if you can be truly true to yourself and to others, then this is how you can raise your frequency even higher, right? I feel that you're definitely more stuck in the past right now, feeling very, very nostalgic about like sentimental situation, but it could even be the relationship that you had with your parents or that you had with your siblings. And there is this sense of wanting to share also where you're coming from. I like that. It's a very, very, like, from in the past you were extremely genuine about how you were feeling and how you were expressing yourself and where you were coming from. But I feel that like this change possibly because there's this reactivation of your wound. And if it didn't happen yet, it could happen this month, or something or an event will happen and it will trigger that wound. It will trigger like the sense of injustice. And this comes from like a long time. So it's going to be up to you to really want to dive deep into where is the source and be able to kind of like clean it, right? And just repair that wound, so the book is closed. In the future, we have the Five of Pentacles. There's this sense of stubbornness, of not asking for help. And I feel that you could benefit from asking for help this month to go through the source of where is this heartache coming from. Is it through a therapist, a preacher, a priest, family, friends? But I feel that you could definitely benefit from that, but you kind of refuse to ask for help. Are you scared that you would be perceived as weak? It's possible. Then the facade of this Four of Pentacles will fall off, right? So if you show that, like, oh, you can be hurt and that you have a moment of vulnerability, yes, then the facade is just going to trash, and it's just very, very difficult then to not be perceived a certain way. What I would tell you is that if you feel that people would judge you to have a moment of vulnerability, then they are not your people. And it sucks, but it is what it is, right? So sometimes we need to walk away, no matter how long we've been friends with people. We need to walk out because they're not there for the right reason, right? So I would just be careful with that. So with how you feel when you express this sense of vulnerability. Because at your present moment, you are this Ten of Swords. And I wish this was over, but I feel that you are digging your old wounds with these swords. And there is a heaviness to this card right now. There is a pain, and it's more than just the physical pain, right? And I'm just going to clarify, what is the Ten of Swords about? And I feel that you're kind of like, you're not ready to fight anymore. And I wish this could be different for you, but I think that you're also letting yourself affected immensely by what is going on right now. And you have all the rights to do. Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles in the reversed. I have the impression that there's a miscommunication or a misoffering. Give me one more. Or maybe even receiving a message that was completely detrimental for your mental health. And that person could possibly not even being aware that they hurt you. Give me one more. Could be dealing with an earth sign. Whoa! We have the Death. And we have the Five of Cups. Okay. To be honest, I have the impression, and I think I've never said this before, but I think someone is passing away. And I don't know if this is someone younger. I have the impression that this is someone younger. Is it a son? Could be a son. It could be someone younger than you. And this is someone who was very important to you. Could be also a Scorpio. I think this is also going to be a blockage. It's being capable of heal from that. Because I feel that this was unexpected. Was it like I just heard a car accident? I I have the impression that this was completely unexpected. And I have the impression, oh, I just got goosebumps. I have the impression that there will be also like financial issues involved with that. So do you need to pay for the medical bill? Do you need to pay for the funerals? So that's another side of the story that I just got. If it's not someone out of you, I have the impression that you were kind of hoping for something to bring a transformation in your life. I even possibly have the impression that you were maybe looking for like a job offer or for a promotion, and you are ending up not receiving good news about that. And this is kind of the end of your contract with this person. And you feel definitely some remorse, some regrets about this situation. Coming back to the previous story, if someone passes away, I have the impression that your regrets was to not tell them how much you love them. I have also the impression that you tried to, that pain in my chest is really, really intense. You tried to make them change their mind. Like, did they take the car when they weren't supposed to be taking the car? There's something like from something in that like spectrum. I have Felix. So is there a Felix that is coming or that is important in your life? Okay, moving out of this energy. Your external factors. You're gonna have to be patient, and I think that people around you are lacking patience. And whatever you're going through right now, I have the impression that people are just waiting or expecting from you when you're not ready. And this is difficult. This is difficult because they're like trying to support you also, and seeing how much you've worked, but they have also expectations that you are incapable of fulfilling right now. Your hopes and fear is to celebrate life. It's to be surrounded by the people that you love and having these cups filled, right? There could be, man, that pain in my chest is really, really intense. I'm sorry, guys. It's like a stabbing pain. That energy was really, really intense. So you want to be able to celebrate. You want to be able to feel alive. That's what I heard. Feel alive once more. And I think that this month you will accomplish that. You will find once again your stability, your success, your standing firmly in your throne, having all the resources possible accessible to you. So I really, really like that. I just heard again celebrating life. So I feel that if this person has passed away, then they want you to celebrate life and not celebrating their death. Whew, that took a turn that I was not expecting. I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments. I'll be back around mid-month for your love readings. In the meantime, take care. Bye.